Daniel and the 3 Hebrew children. Each name that they had were Hebrew names, the names of God. That was their original names that they were given. Daniel chapter 1, verse 6 and 7. Now among these were the children of Judah: Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So they're all names that reflect the name of Jehovah. But notice verse 7, unto the prince of the eunuchs give names. So as soon as they all came in to captivity, they all came into Babylon. Let's get these names. Oh, no. We're going to sort that name out. From now, you're no longer called Daniel. You're going to be called something else. What was those names? He gave unto Daniel the name Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah Shadrach, to Mishael Meshach, and Azariah Abednego. Now, what do these names mean? How is that a big deal? Well, notice, Daniel means, my God is judge. So whenever Daniel would have went into Babylon, and Nebuchadnezzar was there, and the name Daniel was uttered, my God is judge. Well, because Babylon worshipped pagan gods, false idols, they didn't want to know about God's judgment or God judging sin. And so he changed the name to Belteshazzar. What does Belteshazzar mean? Now, may I just add, it depends what commentary you use or lexicon. Some names change just a wee bit. So just remind you on that, just in case you look at an odd slight difference in meaning. But main name means the keeper of the treasures of Baal, which was a Babylonian god. So there you have. None of this God is judge. None of this talk about judgment. No. You're going to be named after a false pagan god. Well, Hananiah, another name if you like, any sons in the church soon. Hananiah means the grace of the Lord. Isn't that nice? The grace of the Lord. Well, grace. None of this talk about grace. Our religion's about works. It's about what we have done. None of this grace. Jehovah is grace. You're going to be called Shadrach, which means the inspiration of the sun. Again, because Babylonians were sun worshippers and they had all these different gods for different things. Well, what about Mishael? It says, he that is the strong God. None of this talk about God being powerful, being almighty, being the strong one. We learnt this morning about the strength of the Lord. You're going to be called Meshach, which means the goddess Shak, which was another false worship regarding to Baal, all these different male gods or female gods that they had. Well, what about Azariah? The Lord is a help. What a name, Azariah. The Lord is a help, or the Lord is my help. In this place, God's not going to help you. Oh, in this place, you may forget your God. And don't you hear that as well? There'll be no talk of God here. You're going to be called Abednego, which means the servant of shining fire. Another false idol that the Babylonians had. Remember, Baal itself referred to the god of weather, where they had gods for the sun, gods for the rain, gods for the fire. So many gods. That's why you read the word Baal and the word Balaam. And the word Balaam in the Hebrew, the ayam, refers to plural, many gods. We have many gods here. So no talk of your God, none of this judgment, none of this God is my helper, none of this talk about grace or strong God. No, you will learn of the idols here in Babylon. And you will learn the rules and the laws of Babylon. And remember, they made all these different rules that they had to bow down. But whenever they made the laws, did these men bow down? No, they did not. They took their stand. Remember about the 3 Hebrew men. Whenever Nebuchadnezzar had that fire, what was the punishment? Anybody who doesn't worship my idol, they'll be thrown into the fire. Well, everybody bowed down. Oh, behold. But there's 3 men just stood there. You imagine that? You're crazy. Get down. No, we're standing for the Lord. And we learned the fire was made hotter just for those men. And they were cast into the fire. And Nebuchadnezzar looks. I put 3 men in that fire. And I see now 4. And now the 4th was the Lord himself drew near. And when they came out of that fire, not even their clothes were even burned at all. God preserved his people. Again, Daniel. Another law passed. He refused it. He was cast into a den full of lions, and they were expecting him to be ripped. Instead, the lions didn't touch him. But as soon as those who made Daniel to be cast into the fire, in the den, as soon as they were cast in, the lions came and fed on them. And so the whole point I'm saying is this: the enemy seeks to remove the name. Ahab could have moved the name Obadiah. Why he didn't, I don't know. But it was also under God's sovereignty that he always had a witness there, that there was a servant of Jehovah in the land. And while Jezebel was removing the Lord from society, persecuting other worshippers, Obadiah continued steadfastly in the faith. And so, believer, continue to serve the Lord. Continue to serve the one who sent his Son to serve you, to give his life a ransom for the many.